Evening everybody, welcome to the definition of a botch job. No, actually it's SLR Tier 2. We're next round here in Great Britain. I'm your host, Lover Lovers. I should have a co-host with me, and also I'm echoing here. Hold on a second. I should... There we go. Apologies for that. This has all been a bit of a mess, to be quite honest. All my settings on my stream have gone because of a hacked computer. Thank you Discord for that. So the mic quality may not be 100%. I'm having to flick between my phone for any responsive questions from the fans, and we're still getting used to some settings and all, so apologies for all of that, but we'll make do with what we've got, and hopefully we'll still have a great race here in an unusually sunny Britain. So we are, I'll say, in for Tier 2, which I have not actually done anything with before. Usually I'm on the Tier 1 comms. So on the grid today we have Whistlewell, Piggy, Simsor, Lepson, with a very shocked face at the end of his name. I'm not even going to try and say this one. Vlixreed, I'm just calling him Red. Boosted Mess, Crawley Voice, Larson, Tilda, Assion Prost, Santos, Eversnacks Lottle, Magnetic, Keyboard Magnuson, the legend that he is, and Ocean Chief. So maybe the chat will actually be quiet today. Ocean Chief is usually the one who's in there chatting away. But anyway, we'll get to the cars that are on track. It's looking like our lead car at the minute looks to be one of the RBs. Is that right? No, it's not that one. Is it Boosted Mess? No. Might actually be Boosted. Yes, it is Boosted Mess. No, it's not. It's Assion Prost, who is our leading car at the minute. He will be the first to post a time on the board. Just coming along a hanger straight right now. Lovely camera shots. We can see cars going through maggots and becks in the background. Up to Stowe Corner. Right there, no problems. Down the heavy braking zone. And you want to put the throttle on so late here, but it measures that nicely. And Assion Prost, the first time on the board will be a 1:27.8. Can the Ferrari of Ocean Chief match that? Or beat it? 1:27.6. Do I hear any advance on 1:27.6? Simsors. 1:27.9 for him. Keyboard Magnuson. A 1:27 flat. Good showing by him. I think this is Piggy coming to the line. Indeed it is. Only a 1:31. Must have had a pretty major mistake on that lap. We have the Williams of Red next, coming up to the line. Doesn't look like it'll be a pole time. Oh, it is though, because of the desync. 1:26.8, the first time in the 1:26s. We also had Snacks a Lottle coming up to the line there on the 1:27. We did have one of the Aston Martins coming across the line. I want to say it was no, it wasn't Tilda. It was Tilda, but he invalidated on his lap. So early doors, it's the Williams at the front of the field, which I am somewhat biased for, having won a championship with Williams just a few weeks ago. I do always love a Williams. Always love an underdog. And with a storied history. We got a yellow flag there for what looked to be one of the Alpines. It's Crawley Voice who was crawling along there. On his way now. Interesting to see that Simsor has actually set that time on the medium compound tire. So just testing the waters a bit, maybe. So we've got other cars coming round. Is this Piggy making his way back to the pits? It will be. We've got one of the McLarens. Nope, they're on an outlap as well. This should be Tilda. Now, is he charging? It looks like he is. I think he's... No, he is going to come down and finish his lap. Or at least I'll do a warm-up for the next one as he comes around and across the line. But this is starting his lap proper. In fact, if we go We'll go on board with a car that's starting a lap. One of the Haas's. That's not going to be Simsworth, this is going to be Whistlewell. So let's go on board with Whistlewell. As he comes across the start-finish line, we'll hide the UI for this one. No, we won't. Because I pressed the wrong button. That's okay, we'll get the Mercedes, I think, next. Is that the Mercedes? It is the Mercedes. That'll be Magnetic. He will be coming across the line. So, we'll keep the telemetry on board there, but across the start-finish line, full throttle, down to Abbey. Be as brave as you can. You want to clip the curb, but not too much. There are small sausages on the inside there. Through Farm and down to the arena section, this complex of 3, 4, 5. Keep it in third and then down to second for this long left-hander. Feels like it's going to go on forever, but don't extend on the track exit. Full throttle through 5. Try saying that when you're drunk. And then down Wellington Straight towards Brooklands. 4th gear through there. Some choose to go in 5th, but you're never going above that. 3rd gear through Luffield, the long right-hander. On the exit, this little kink to the right here is Woodcote. Past the old pit lane as we head down to Copse Corner, where of course Hamilton and Verstappen had their legendary incident. Don't run wide on exit, it's very easy to do and it's not worth the extra time you gave by going full throttle. Through Maggots, 10, 11, and then Beckett's, 12 and 13. You want to clip the apex because otherwise you'll run wide on exit and mess up your run onto the Hanger Straight. That was Chapel we just passed, by the way. Along the Hanger Straight, down to Stowe, memories of 99 back here. Schumacher effectively losing out on that whole season when his brakes failed and he smashed through into the concrete wall of Stone, I believe it was at the time. But now through Vale and into Club Corner. Don't touch the sausage curb on the right hand side, but go as close as you can and across the line. It's a 127 for Magnetic. That's good enough for P6. Get the telemetry back up for you. Meanwhile, we've had a few extra times on there. So at the minute it's still Red on pole position and looking to improve on his time. Only 3 drivers have not said time yet. Boosted Mass, who is out on his lap at the minute, he's just coming up to Copse Corner. Larson is on his out lap and Santos is just going past the old pit lane entrance. It's so much easier to name to give corners and like give you an idea of where you are whenever you know, actually have corner names. More tracks need to do it, like Silverstone does. Come on. But anyway, we'll go with Boosted Mess, one of the few drivers yet to say a time. He's getting a bit of a tow along the Hanger Straight, up to Stowe. 5th gear he elects to go through Stowe at. Not unheard of, but most would go through in 6th. Slight bit of desync there as we go into Club. Neatly done enough. It's not going to be pole. So 127.9. He's nearly a second off pole. Red is quite some ways ahead. 2/10 ahead of second place. As Larson is travelling very slowly along the end of the Hanger Straight, laying all the traffic by. But of course he'll be losing temp in those tyres if he keeps going that slowly. And does anyone have an answer at the minute? Keyboard Magnussen is actually 0.18 up as he comes along into the final sector. Can he snatch pole from Red? Red himself is on a lap in his minor improvements there. Sim goes up to a temporary second, but it looks like Keyboard Magnussen will improve, barring any major mistakes in this final sector. And he will go across the line, and it's not enough for pole. He lost a lot of time in sector 3 there. He was 0.18 up, and he was only 0.04 up overall on the lap, so he lost about a 1/10 and a half in that 3rd sector. He'll have to try and find that time if he wants to take pole from this man, who also is not improving, though, it must be said. And he's already in recharge mode. In fact, he's bailing for the pits. Who else do we have on the lap? Lepson in the bright red Ferrari, with his teammate following, maybe trying to give Ocean Chief a tow. Yellow's in sector 2, but never mind, it's just a car moving out of the way. Just checking, nothing said in chat yet, it looks like. Just gonna have a check of that here. Snaxalol, Snatches, sorry, that was a terrible pun. Snatches pole. Lepson invalidated his lap. and Ocean Chief aborts his. So if there was teamwork by the Ferraris there, it's not gone to plan for them, as everyone bails for the pits. Still 7 minutes to go, there's plenty of time, but most cars in the garage at the minute, or on a cooldown. We've got Tilda out there at the minute, getting a nice little slipstream from the McLaren of Horizon, which beautifully moves out the way as they go through Maggots and Becketts. That will annoy Tilda a little bit. He would have been hoping for the tow along the hangar straight here, but he got a bit of a tow on the run up to Cops. So he'll take any advantage you can get, especially when you're down in 14th at present. 28.9 is the best time from Tilda, and he's actually bailing for the pits as well. So Horizon, who joined mid-session, the only driver still to set a time, we'll keep an eye on him because everyone else is bailing for the pits, and I think it's going to be a bit quieter out here until we have about 3 minutes to go. So what can Horizon do wearing the Lando Norris helmet, it seems, or at least a tribute to it? But then if he took control of Lando's car, he will get his helmet. Nice little touch. As he heads along Wellington. Down to Brooklands. That looks fairly smooth through there. Not bad, not bad. Couple of wee lag spikes I'm noticing. That's what we get for running peer-to-peer connection, but we don't have much choice because it's EA. Sure, they could afford servers, but they don't bother their backsides. And I tell you what, Horizon's used a lot of his deployment. He's still got the long run down the hangar straight and the final sector to go. And remember, once you go below 10% ERS, you really start to lose some efficiency. But let's see what he can do. Just keeping it above 10%, so maybe playing it just right. Through Club, and Horizon, the last driver to set a time on the board, will go for only 14th at 127.9. So, who else have we got out on track? Crawley Voice. That'll be an installation lap. He's 2 seconds down. Whistlewell is trying to improve, and he's half a second up at the end of sector. Well, it said he was at the end of sector 1, but he's just started a lap. Thank you, Codemasters, again. Oh, he'll have just finished that lap, actually. I apologise. Boosted Mess has left the session. He's only down P13, but he's got to get back in there if he wants to set time. We've got Magnetic out there. Oh! Big snap of the rear. And he's immediately backed off. He'll do another run, I think, on that same set of tyres. A couple of others on an outlap. Tilda, Piggy. Keyboard Magnuson, the highest runner on an outlap at the minute. Pardon me, just having a wee stretch there. And that's why you don't want to run wide there. You saw the way he went. Keyboard Magnuson has started his lap. There's a minor improvement. But again, it's only sector 1, and he's backed off. That's interesting. Maybe thinking I could gain more time, maybe take another installation lap here. You can see he definitely is on keyboard by the way he's moving the car, the little judders left and right, but he makes it work, this Keyboard Magnuson. He's very skilled. Just because you're on a keyboard doesn't mean you lack skill, it just means you have to have more skill in order to make yourself quick. And Keyboard Magnuson does so. Meanwhile, Boosted Mess has rejoined. Magnetic doing a proper run this time. He's got really no choice. He can't do another installation lap without using the best of his tyres. Boosted Mess leaves the session again. Struggling with his internet connection, which I suppose in esports is the equivalent of having an engine failure. So Magnetic will be first round. We've got a few more on their outlap with 2 minutes to go. Those in the pits really need to think about leaving the garage, because it's a very long pit lane and you've got to do your installation lap at a reduced pace. What can Magnetic do? What can Keyboard Magnuson do? Magnetic showing a minor improvement, but that could be enough to move him up 4, possibly even 5 places. The midfield very closely packed. The top 2 currently the only ones in the 126s. Magnetic comes to the line and does move up to P8, at least for now. Eversnaxolotl going for another run. Red is on his outlap. Keyboard Magnuson is actually down on this lap. Unless he can find some major improvements. And that was his final lap, I think, that previous one. That's it. P3 is the best Keyboard Magnuson can hope for. Simsors is on a 2/10 improvement. Lepson's down on his personal best. Santos up to second, improving by 666. El Diablo. Eversnaxolotl is not improving as he goes past the old pit lane. What's Red up to? Simsors, minor improvement. Let's see what he can do. Can he leap himself ahead of Keyboard Magnuson at the very least? Yes, he can. 1 place improvement. Red at about 1/10.5 up. That would be enough for pole if he keeps that pace. But of course, Eversnaxolotl is also on the lap, but he is not improving. But look at the amount of overtake that he's used. Surely Red is going to run out of energy. He's down to 11%. Tilda's retired. He's had enough. He'll start P15. Eversnaxolotl is done. 1:26.727, the time to beat. Can Red do it? Santos has already made his effort. It's a minor improvement in Sector 2. And it's actually slower. He used too much energy early in the lap. Needed it for the hanger straight and it wasn't there. Simsors does not improve. Keyboard Magnuson won't improve. Lepson does improve to P4. Crawley Voice is 2/10 up as well. He goes from P7 to P4. Magnetic has already finished Whistle on his way round. Only just a few thousandths behind Magnetic. We'll have to pull some improvement out if he wants to get any higher than that, though, as Ocean Chief moves up to P7. Keyboard Magnuson dropping like a stone here. He's down to P8 at the minute. Anyone else coming to the line? That looks like one of the Red Bulls, presumably Larson. Larson goes to P9. Whistle will be next, followed by... It won't be Horizon, that will be Eversnaxolotl heading his way back to the pits. Oh, and Whistle drifting around the final corner. There goes any improvement he could have had. He'll start P11 for sure. And it looks like that will be us, because Horizon has invalidated. So, 1 McLaren at the front, 1 McLaren at the back. Snaxolotl takes pole just ahead of Santos and Red. Not bad. Not a bad quality session at all. That was good to watch. Oh, we have some people in the chat now. Ocean Chief, I'm sick, also I'm slow. Well, we've always known that, Ocean Chief. No excuses. People drive better in the 6. Avoid the bumps on the first straight. Don't do me like this. You'll be in a hurry soon. So, apparently our YouTube chat has just become a secondary team radio at the minute. But it's Eversnaxolotl for the Italians on pole. Santos in second. He's Portuguese, not Spanish, I'm sorry. Red third. Crawley Voice fourth. Lepson fifth. Soares 6th, Ocean Chief 7th, Keyboard Magnuson 8th, Larson 9th, and Magnetic rounding out the top 10. And with that, we shall move to the race. Top 10, come on, box, Lars. I'm in the box, I'm in the com box, Rickety. What are you on about? So we just wait for the drivers to get their strategies ready, and we shall see what Tier 2 are capable of. And here we go. 5 red lights. And it's a jump start for Jim Soares. I saw that getaway, but we got the notification. Jump start for the Haas driver, and he doesn't even get up to first place with that. Just causes chaos throughout the front part of the field. We've got some drivers running wide. Snaxalotl leads the way from the penalty-ridden Soares. Vic's Red up to second now as they're all battling through Sector 1, but keeping it fairly clean so far. We've got slight bumping and barging and a few jiggling of positions. Oh my gosh, they're all moving up and down. It's mostly an inter-team battle between the Red Bulls and the RBs, but Snaxalotl is clean away. We'll try and pull out a second as Keyboard Magnussen, I saw further back there, trying to make a move on Lepson. Goes to the outside as Santos has lost a lot of positions offline. Doesn't seem to have the tyre grip. He lost the rear a bit there, and Lepson will try and take advantage. On the run up to Copse. Going side by side here is Brave. That's very brave. There was minor contact, but it didn't end in a disaster like last time. Keyboard Magnussen and Santos it was. But they all seem to have made it fairly cleanly through. But that's a disaster for Sim. A drive-through penalty. Very rare we see those. But just maybe a little bit of desync, maybe just some loss of concentration, maybe just a little bit too overhyped. But whatever. The fact is now that he's got to deal with it, and he's staying out for now. So, big winners off the line. They're still changing positions. We've got Keyboard Magnussen still in the thick of it. It looks like he made a slight mistake, and it looks like that's... Oh, he's run off the track there. I think we've got Boosted Mess. We've got 3-second time penalty for Horizon. Something's happened to Magnussen. He's all the way down to 13th. We didn't see quite what. But anyway, biggest winners off the line, as Magnetic is doing battle in the midfield there with Boosted Mess. So, Boosted Mess actually the biggest winner. He's up 5 places. Crowley Voice and Larson both down 6. Keyboard Magnussen also down 5. Sorry, I tell a lie. Assion Prost is the big winner. He's up 6 places, up to P6. Good work from both RBs at present. Looking at the penalties, it was just a 3 seconds in the drive-through. Now we'll go back to the tyre compounds. We've got Santos on the hards, which will explain why he doesn't have much grip. He hasn't got the temperature in the tyres. Planning to go long. The top 3 on mediums, and then we have a mixture of softs and mediums further behind them. But Santos the outlier on the hard compound tyre. Be interesting to see what his strategy is. Up at the front, Snaxalotl is 5/10 away from Red. DRS is active now. And Soares battling away with Red. This is not what Red needs, because he's thinking, look mate, you're going to go in for your drive-through. You're just holding me up here. There's no point battling this really. But don't tell that to Soares, and Red will be less than impressed with that overly aggressive driving, forcing Red wide there. And Red using his ghosting to get back on track. He's not happy with Soares. Crowley Voice with the fastest lap of the 1:30.2 in the Alpine. And that has meant that, yep, there you go. Snaxalotl has broken DRS by 7/10. Red will be pissed off beyond belief with the Haas driver. It was a battle for position, but thinking of the long run, all Soares has done is cost himself time, which is what he can't afford to cost himself now. Lepson now in pursuit, as they're all locking up, coming down at the end of Brooklands there. Further back, Magnetic, Santos, Crowley Voice and Ocean Chief in a 4-way battle. This is for P6. Magnetic has done quite well to get this high up. Santos is dropping like a stone. His hard compound tyres, He took the gamble. He really needed to be in first to make the hard combinations work. That was a drift and a half from one of the, I think it was the Alpines, who teleported out, it seems. Or was it one of the RBs? Was it Larson? Might have been Larson. Or was it? No, it's Crawley Voice. Crawley Voice in the wall. And Keyboard Magnuson as well. We didn't see what happened there, but Crawley Voice, I believe, is the one who went white. That's a dangerous rejoin if ever I saw one. Horizon doing well to avoid the stricken Sauber. Chaos through Maggots and Beckett's. Meanwhile, Lepson, what is going on here? Oh, that's why, because, of course, Suarez taking his drive-through penalty. Positions jump around, of course, because it's a long pit lane with a slow speed limit, but it does cut the final 2 corners, so the positions tend to change about a little bit. Sector 3, we've got Yost, that's Horizon. And he's just smashed himself into the wall, trying to flick spin it. He gets underway again, no sign of a safety car, no virtual safety car. Debris appears to be well off the racing line, as he recovers with half a wing, but Simsar is still behind him. What a disastrous mistake that was at the start. Snaxlol 2.1 clear of red, who will be doing an Alonso on the radio saying karma for Suarez. And we've got Lepson in third. Assion Prost appears to be a ghosted car at the minute, so he's an AI, I believe. Let's just have a check. Can we get on board? Oh, of course, he looks fine there. He seems to be back to normal now. Maybe just some slight desync issues. So Assion Prost up to 4th, Magnetic in 5th, holding off the advances of Santos. Santos appears to have stabilised now, but it's cost him a good few positions, and potentially the win in the long run. Looks, has a think about it, Stowe, but Magnetic holds well. Horizon with another 3-second time penalty. He's not having a fun time today. Lepson now with the fastest lap of the race at 29.9. Further back, Keyboard Magnuson making his comeback fight past the other Haas of Whistlewill, who literally tries to push him through the corner, gets a wobble on. That was very close and well held by the Haas driver. Unfortunately, being well held doesn't gain you the position back. You may get a position, though, as Horizon gets 10 seconds between the pit lane. I think he will be retiring, and indeed he does. Retires in the pits. Someone who may be gaining a position soon is Assion Prost, who is heavily pressurizing Red, trying to take full advantage of those soft compound tires, and Red's actually losing touch with the DRS of Lepson, and indeed he has. Lepson really putting his softs to good use and closing in on Snaxolotl. Lepson can sense victory. It's early days still, mind you. Anything could happen, including this little wild card of Santos. What's the plan now for the hards? What's the best strategy? He's just sort of sitting in the DRS, and as soon as I look away, Prost makes a move on the entry to Maggots and Beckett's. That's a brave move, but surely Prost will get DRS coming down the back straight. Or not Prost, Red will get DRS down the back straight. It's not enough. Prost obviously running a lower downforce setup compared to the RB. Big lockup for Snaxolotl as he comes through the chicane, and that gap is coming down. Snaxolotl not having the pace on the mediums, unless he's just managing his pace, although it doesn't seem to be with how much he's using overtake. Lepson with another fastest lap of the race. Those softs aren't going off anytime soon, it seems, for him. And Lepson looking in good form here. 1.8 the gap. And we're starting to just settle down a little bit here. Still some close battles throughout the field. Boosted Mess in this choo-choo train behind Magnetic, who is 3.5 seconds adrift. We've got Yellows. That is Piggy at the back. No damage done, it seems, just seems to be recovering from a spin. But Magnetic leading a whole cavalcade of cars through Brooklands. And, but they can't really seem to get past him. He seems to have enough straight line speed and pace there. Santos managing this, of course, but he's losing time to the front runners. So although he's going to be able to carry the speed a bit more on the hards with the DRS, it's not the driver he'd want to be behind. He'd much rather have been closer to Red, who himself is gaining again on Prost, and Lepson seems to be dropping back. The softs may be starting to lose a bit of their edge. We'll find out in due time. Can Red do anything about Prost this time? Not on this occasion, but closer this time. Further on back, Magnetic strain continues to grow. As we see him move, potentially from Ocean Chief. Nope, that was Ocean Chief actually going defensive against Larson. Holding the inside, costing a bit of time. We've got Tilda. Tilda's in the wall. And a full safety car. He must have lost it on the curb. That sausage curb coming through the final corner. So safety car, well, this changes everything. Santos will of course stay out and can extend his stint further. The softs will presumably take the opportunity to pit. But what do you do if you're on the mediums? If the safety car is out for its full time, that's 3 laps. You'll be starting lap 11 by the time it's done. And, well, does that mean the mediums extend as well? I don't know. Usually it's beneficial to pit under safety car, but this is a rather awkward time for the medium runners. Tilda's left the session. Be so frustrated with himself at making that mistake. So, what strategy will the medium runners employ? For the soft runners, I think it's no-brainer. Piggy's gone to the hards. This is the real spanner in the works for, well, most people. The problem is, if you're pitting at this stage, the only tyre you can realistically go to is the hards. And you'll be on that to the end, but they don't seem to have much in the way of pace, as Santos proved by dropping back and not being able to make inroads on Magnetic. So, what's the call? Do you convert to a 2-stopper? We will find out, as it seems everyone is pitting so far. Is anyone going on? Santos gets 10 seconds for speeding. That just ruins his day a bit more. So does Magnetic. We've got... is that... I want to say that's Boosted Mess going on, is it? Yep, Boosted Mess on the soft stays out. Obviously not wanting to double stack with his teammate, but it may have been more beneficial, or less detrimental rather I should say, to double stack. Eversnack's all going to the softs. That's an interesting call. That's got to be a 2-stopper. Lepson onto the mediums, and he was on the soft, so he's completed his strategy. If he can make the soft or the mediums last, he can go to the end. Other drivers going to the hards. Ocean Chief on the softs as well. As is... no, wait, Simsars is pitting. So 2 drivers electing to go for the softs. That's a very interesting call. I'm not too sure if it's the right one, but it's an interesting one nonetheless. So, what do? Catch my breath for a minute here. It's been an action-packed race so far. We're not done yet, not by a long shot. Now, I was wondering if any of the soft runners were maybe going to go in again just to say they completed their strategy, as Santos gets another 10 seconds for ignoring the yellow flag. What is Santos going to do now? Because he's taken 1 penalty, he'll have another penalty to do now. And I don't even know if he can complete a 10-second stop under... oh, they can't. Oh no, he can complete 10 seconds under the safety car. Poor Santos. He'll take another set of mediums. Goes behind Whistlewell, who is now on the hard compound tires, but is changing off them for another set of mediums. So he has done that strategy. He's completed his tire swap now. I'm not too sure what the plan is for some of these boys, though. Of course, Magnetic with that 10 seconds as well. So unlucky. Of course, Silverstone is a much slower pit lane. You get used to the certain speed that the pit lane is at in most places, and then Silverstone whacks another 10 miles an hour off it, I believe. So it's very easy to go speeding into here. And safety car is going to stay up for another lap, it seems. So yes, as I predicted, the safety car for the full length of time. We will be starting lap 11 when the safety car comes in. It must be coming in at the end of this lap. Lepson needs to stay in DRS and it's easy win with no further safety cars. That's a good point, good gamer. I would agree with you, but of course this is F1 and safety cars, well, there's only three things that are certain in life: death, taxes, and safety cars appearing in online races. Santos pitting again to serve his other 10-second stop-go penalty. He might as well, and he should catch up to the field hopefully before the safety car comes in, because it will go very slowly through Maggots and Beckett's and Sector 3. And poor old Santos from the front row. Where has it all gone so wrong? Just small, tiny errors can have such a big impact. Oh, good gamers, Verge. Good to hear from you, Verge. Well, we'll see if it's an easy win. Nothing in league racing is ever easy. I should know. Anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. And we expect that to happen right here, right now. They're coming past the old pit lane, under the safety car for one more time, and then we should be racing again. It looks like Santos will catch up. He's just coming through. I believe that's Luffield now. As the safety car comes in, and Boosted Mess will be the one to lead them away. Action Pro, sorry. Very eager to get underway there, but he has to wait. And we are racing again at Silverstone. Bit of a wobble on from Boosted Mess on those old softs, and Snaxalol will immediately try and take advantage, and does so. We've got yellows in Sector 3. That looks like Magnetic and Keyboard Magnussen. Keyboard Magnussen in the wall. He will recover, and it looks like he will live to fight another day, as Lepson also forces his way past and now has to try and close up to within DRS before it's activated. He will be doing that, or he will be trying everything to do that. The softs, of course, will have more grip though. Snaxalol also will be aware he needs to break DRS to have any hope of taking the win here, because the ball is very much in Lepson's court. Snaxalol, I assume, paid on soft, probably relying on another safety car at some point. And what he will want is for the safety car to come out as late as possible. Red now also ahead of Boosted Mess, who keeps just dropping back. Red on the hard compound tyres, along with Larson, Piggy, Magnetic, and Keyboard Magnuson. Though I suspect Keyboard Magnuson will not be for much longer. Lepson has not been able to close up DRS on this occasion. How are the numbers looking? More ERS in favour of Snaxolotl. Snaxolotl just keeping out of DRS range, but only just. And saying the fastest lap in the process. And 1.7 the gap now. Snaxolotl really not taking any chances. Although I think Lepson has given up on his full-blown assault. He's broken DRS of Red behind him. And I think now he will be happy just to manage the pace, where Snaxolotl will have to push for the entire time. Because if there is no more safety car, I don't see Snaxolotl making it to the end. That would be 16 laps on the softs. They would be dead by that point. Further on back, Assion Prost and, oh my goodness, and Red battling side by side. We have literally the worst camera angle for this. Side by side as the entry to Maggots and Beckett's. Prost gets just ahead of the Williams driver, but is now charging. Piggy gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Crawley Voice is also involved in that. Red with the slipstream in DRS, as here comes Ocean Chief as well. Our invalid for this race, of course, as well. Not feeling the best. We hope he feels better soon. But he's making a good show of it here. Up to P5, trying to go around the outside for P4. Oh, bumping Action Prost onto the curb. But seems no damage done. And actually taking P4. Controversially, it must be said, as Piggy gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, I think he'll be retiring. Indeed, he does. So, another one down. We're down to 13 drivers. Keyboard Magnuson bringing up the rear, having just made a pit stop. He'll be praying for another safety car. Oh, that's a half spin for Assion Prost. Lives to fight another day. And this train forming behind Red, as it did form behind Magnetic and Santos when they were on the hards as well. So the hards do not have the overall pace. I'd say once again, I agree with Wirtz, the ball is very much in Lepson's court. Now, Snaxolotl is pulling away, but that gap will start to come down. In fact, it's already somewhat stabilized, because the softs will not last to the end. Or they will, but you won't recognize in the softs. They'll be more like 50 pence pieces. As Ocean Chief makes the move on Red, taking advantage of his soft compound tyres, and it's a Ferrari 2-3, and Red under pressure from Crawley Voice as well, who goes to the outside. Now becomes the inside. Oh, he hits the sausage curb. That'll be the end of that suspension if it was real life, but he survives and keeps P5. Santos trying to take advantage, but unable to do so at this time. But that was a scary moment there. It looked like the car was about to roll over. Gap's still increasing at the front. 6 laps on those soft compound tyres. They haven't gone yet. I imagine it can't be far for them to go. Let's keep an eye on Santos. Can he make his way back through the field? Crawley Voice will be his next target. Keyboard Magnuson does the fastest lap of the race, but he's all the way at the back. 38 seconds adrift of Magnetic. And this battle, I think, will be going on for quite some time. Vert says softs can keep going to the end. Well, that'll be what? Let's see. Well, boosted mess is still dropping like a stone. He's on 13 lap olds. We've got 12 to go, including this one. 12 plus 7. That'll be 19 lap old softs by the end. I mean, yes, they will make it to the end, but will they be in any reasonable state? Because Lepson is only 3.3 behind, which in F1 does sound like a lot, but when you consider the tyre compounds and the long-term plan, I still think it's game Lepson at the minute. We'll have to see how well the hards come into their own as well. Red is not being left for dead here on those hards. It'll be very interesting to see what happens in the long term. Or longer term, I should say. Keyboard Magnussen retires after a dreadful afternoon. Not much better for Santos, who gets 3 seconds for track limits. Oh, side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. This could be the safety car that the soft runners are hoping for. And they're both going off. There was contact and they're both in the wall. Crawley voice is out and we do have a full safety car. I called that shit. Now, Snaxel does pit. Not sure he was trying to juke there. Lepson carries on as we suspected he would. Oh, Ocean Chief also carries on. Was there a bit of contact there? Was he rear-ended? And we had a couple of others going in pits. Simsars is going in. Snaxlol, does he have any soft compounds left? He does have another set, as Whistlewell gets 10 seconds for a collision with Larson. That was obviously on entry to pit lane. So Snaxlol will have some work to do. But he will be on the freshest rubber. It did look somewhat of it. I don't want to say he killed him on purpose, but it's a brave move to try and trust your opponent to go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. And Santos, it was the good old side pod glitch from what I saw, just the two wheels hooked up and dragged them both off the track. Once you're in that position, there's not a whole lot you can do, it must be said. So, we're down to 11 runners under another safety car. Snaxalotl has work to do now, but he's shown he has the pace and he's got the best rubber in the field at the minute. Of course, he's not alone. Basically, everyone beside him has fresh rubber as well, as Santos dropped back a few places. I think that was a desync. Larson gets 10 seconds for ignoring a yellow flag, but I don't think that was his fault. Whistlewell gets 10 for speeding in the pit lane, and he retires. He's had enough. So we're down to 10 runners. I think, assuming there's no safety car, I think Larson will fight that one. That appeared to be a desync from Santos's part, and it cost Larson a penalty. So if they all finish, and it's a big if at this point, but if all the remaining drivers finish, they will all score points. Because we only have 10 runners left. And of course, the longer the safety car stays out, the better it is for Snacks to Lobble. Now, he will have to make some fairly rapid progress because the softs, they should comfortably make it enough now, but still won't be pretty for them. The softs on F124 are notoriously weak, save for a few tracks. But you'd imagine with the power of DRS, he should be able to make that up fairly easily. He's got Prost to get past on 9-lap-old mediums, Red to get past on 9-lap-old hards, Ocean Chief on 9-lap-old softs, and Lepson on 9-lap-old mediums. Granted, some of those laps have been under safety car. Still not coming in yet. It's got one more lap to do, it looks like. We're just chilling here at the minute. Enjoying the calm before the storm. So, who's played it right? On paper, I'd have to say ball is now in Snacks to Lobble's court. But can Lepson make full use of those already very slightly worn mediums, get them up to temp and pull away? Can Red do the same? How powerful are those softs? How long will they stay powerful for? Will there be any more safety cars? Will there be any collisions with the battles? We've already seen a few, particularly Maggots and Beckett's. It's not game over yet. Safety car will be in this lap. Lepson will be the one to control the pace of the field, and he will lead them away. And is Lepson going already? Yes, he is. And of course, the other thing to keep in mind with Lepson here is he does have a rear gunner in the form of Ocean Chief. No DRS for one lap. We are underway in Britain again. And they all seem to get away fairly well. Now, we'll immediately cut to Snacks to Lobble and see how quickly he can make progress through the field. It's currently P5. 8 laps, including this one, to take the lead. They're immediately all coming to grief, and that is Aston Prost half spinning at the same point as he did last time. That's one less position for Snacks to Lobble to make up. Aston Prost too aggressive in there, I feel. He's got skills, but he's been way too aggressive with some of these drivers, particularly early on. Do or die moves like that you do with 1 or 2 laps to go. As Red already got ahead of Ocean Chief, but Ocean Chief, I think, is thinking of the bigger picture of, look, if I hold Snacks to Lobble up, let these two get out of DRS range. If he can, he will hold the line into Copse. He does indeed hold it there. And of course, Snacks to Lobble has to contend with Soares behind as well, who is looking very racy in the Haas. Seems to have the better run through compared to Ocean Chief through Maggots and Beckett's. Will Snacks to Lobble get the run? He's going to burn. And he doesn't get the run he needs, and also burn most of his ERS in that attempt. You need to stay with him. Cameraman goes to the outside. Ocean Chief is having none of it. Blocks him very well. Although Lepson's not pulled away. DRS will now be activated. What can Ocean Chief do here? How much of a defense can he put up now that DRS has been activated? What can Suarez do? Oh, that's a late break there from the Haas. And the Haas to the inside. And there is contact. The Haas coming worse off on it. And now we've got Santos back in it again. Santos not able to make the move on this occasion. But they're crawling all over the back of Snaxlall. Snaxlall not with the initial pace I thought he would have. Ocean Chief making those softs work for a living. Lepson has not broken out of DRS range, nor has Red. The ideal, of course, would be for Red to break out of DRS range, Lepson not to, and they sort of swap Slipstream together. Surely Snaxlall will have him on the back straight, but I tell you what, Snaxlall is down to 20% ERS. By comparison, Ocean Chief on 37. He has more to play with. So too does Suarez. Suarez, here he comes. DRS active, but look, he's burned everything. Snaxlall has made the error. To the inside with the Haas. Tries to hold around the outside, does so brilliantly. That was a lovely move. The Haas trying to swap back. Santos is there, has to go defensive. Santos looking at the outside of Club. That's a brave move if ever I saw one. No option for Snaxlall on this one. He's starting to run out of time a bit here. It's nowhere near over yet, but I was expecting that initial pace to be a bit more fiery. He's only made up one place, and that was because of a spin by Prost. As Suarez loses out to Santos. Oh, argy-bargy side by side there. And both losing time as a result. That will allow Larson to catch up. With DRS now, Snaxlall. But still very low on the ERS. Snaxlall seems to have forgotten about his ERS. He's not on any deployment at the minute, presumably saving it for the hanger straight. But Ocean Chief is charging as well. Now, with DRS and a bit more energy in the tank, Ocean Chief is on similar numbers. Snaxlall will surely have the move this time. No, he doesn't. I'll tell you what, Ocean Chief is going up to Red there. What's happened here? Why are we all going so slow? This is going to be a bit chaotic. Oh, late on the brakes. Snaxlall does get through. What's happened at the front that these two have gone so slow? Snaxlall now up to third. FIA is still saying safety car. Of course it's not. Snaxlall in a real hurry now to get past Red. He wants this win. He can taste it. He's got to be careful. He's running low on ERS again. Red holds the line. No, he doesn't. Snaxlall to the inside. That'll be an easy move there. The softs proving their worth versus the hards, and now Snaxlall only has one driver to go, and that's Lepson. Through Maggots and Beckett's. Along the hanger straight, surely an easy move for Snaxlall, although he's burnt all his ERS. DRS is enough. Snaxlall takes the lead on lap 22. The tyres and the DRS just proving too powerful. Now, what can Snaxlall do? Can he pull away from Lepson? Lepson himself under pressure from Santos, also on the softs. Santos with the penalties and presumably a bit under investigation for that incident with Crawley. And of course DRS is still a thing. Oh, but no, if Santos has anything to say about it, Santos tries to hang around the outside. Lepson gives him space. Lovely move there, but that was mostly down to Lepson giving him the room. If only just. Great skill between the pair of them. And Red, now trying to make a comeback. Lepson seems to be struggling at this point of the race. 4 to go, including this one. Sorry, just have to sort something there real quick. So, the battle continues. 3 to go. As Snaxlol is not able to break DRS yet. Whether he's trying to or he's recharging, he's presumably in recharge mode. He's not got much left in the tank. Lepson has a bit more, but it seems his tires have cried enough. Red is now on the charge, looking for a potential podium. Further at the back, Larson gets past Ocean Chief, who's also got Magnetic at the back there in a bit of an incident. He'll still pick up a point, but he'll be hoping for much more. After, I tell you what, Snaxlol is under threat here from Santos. And into Stowe. Nope, Santos thinks better of it this time. Of course, we've got to bear in mind, what penalty does Santos have? He's got 3 seconds, so even if he gets ahead, he's got to pull away by 3 seconds. Lepson really struggling at this stage of the race. He's dropped down 8 tenths, 9 tenths nearly. He's almost out of DRS. Suarez needs to try and get past if he wants to have any chance of taking the win. But with 2 to go and a 3-second penalty to boot for Santos, unless he's able to get that removed, which seems unlikely, it looks to be going all the way of Snaxlol. Too late for any more safety cars, even if we have a massive wreck. Santos trying to make the move. Surely it's not worth you defending that Snaxlol. Don't waste your time. Oh, and that's why there was a bit of a collision there. Now, Santos has to pull out 3 seconds to take the win. He's got a lap and a half to do it. Snaxlol still burning most of his ERS. So too has Santos. Lepson as well. Simsor's slightly better off. They've all exhausted their supplies of ERS pretty much. So, what can Snaxlol do here? Will he retake the lead? Will he just sit back? Use the DRS defensively? Does. He stays behind as we go on to the final lap of the race. Oh. And I appear to have lost the feed. Oh, Codemasters. I have nothing here. You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. Oh boy. Well, I'll update you as soon as possible, folks, but of course on the final lap we have no idea who's winning. What a joke, Codemasters, what a joke. Bear with us, I guess. What the hell? Well, all the cars appear to be stuck on the grid on my feed. Now, I'm assuming this was the final positions. It looks to me... Looks like Eversnaxlol was the winner, ahead of Santos, Red, Soares, Crowley... Wait, Crowley Voice was out. No, this is completely wrong. This is completely wrong. Yeah, we'll have to go off of someone's feed in game. I do apologize, folks. That appears to be all she wrote in that regard. Ocean Chief, are you able... We'll see if we can get results into the... we'll see if we can get results for you in a second. Where is our tier 2? Let's see. Tier 2 general. Oh, Ocean. Yep, everyone apparently got disconnected. We'll wait for the word of the FIA. Drag you in, okay. Hold on. We have Lepson with us, ladies and gentlemen, who is admin. So, can you enlighten us on the rules? What happens now?
Yeah, I'm not FIA, but I think we just gonna reinstate like the result from passing the finish line from lap 25, start.
Okay. Penalties still apply, I'm guessing?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So
by that logic, then it will be Snacks a lot will win. Snacks wins.
Yes. Yeah, me P2, and I don't know who's behind them with the 3 seconds.
I think it was Red or Reed. Red, I think it was
Yeah.
P3.
Yeah, if he was in 3 seconds. Yeah, no, the other guy was behind me, like the Suarez guy.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Like, there were a lot of people lagging. I don't know what they did, Cody's, with the update or something, but now everybody is laggy. Like, did you have that on stream as well? Like, a lot of people lag, or?
There were a few instances of lag, I noticed, but not too much. And then I just lost connection and got a black screen.
Yeah, that was at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody got it. So I was also like, no, not now, last lap. Everybody disconnected, but yeah, it's like, so everybody was luckily, like, it's better than one guy disconnection.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not what it is, but thanks for covering today, mate. Like, a lot happened. Like, Christian's internet died, so that's really unlucky. Yeah, you're a legend, man. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
So, yeah, what can I say? Like, it was interesting, right? Like,
it was a very fun race.
Tire-wise as well, I think.
Looking at... Wait, what?
Hmm?
So, Suarez saying there.
No.
Suarez has given us the top 4 positions of the lap 25, of course. Santos had the penalty, so we'll have to find out where his 3 seconds puts him. But based on that, it would be Snaxlall with a winner, Leps in second, and Suarez in third.
Yeah.
So, but we'll leave it there for sure. We'll obviously post the results when we get them all sorted out. But thank you, Co-Masters. You absolute... I'm not going to say the word on stream here. But, yeah, no worries with the covering. I normally can't do Thursdays, but because of the way Christmas is approaching, my thing on the Thursday is not on, so... was happy to help out this time. No problems.
We really appreciate your Christmas gift, Lars.
There you go. Not quite yet. It's too early for that. But anyway,
So,
we'll leave it there,
thanks a lot,
folks.
man. And,
Thank you so much
yeah.
for tuning in. Sorry it couldn't be a bit more of a... it was a bit of a cocking eye of the end, wasn't it? But hopefully you enjoyed the action throughout the race. It was very action-packed. And we will see you next week for... What were we on next week?
Qatar.
Where are we?
Go to Qatar. So
Qatar. Oh, God.
So
Right,
should
okay.
be fun.
But anyway, thanks for clarifying that for us, Upson, and we will see you guys next week. Have a very good evening, everybody.